Good evening, folks, and welcome to the Qplex Arena here in the beautiful Quispam, Sis, New Brunswick, with the matchup between your St. John Vitos and the Wildcats. Warm-up is underway for both teams with 5 minutes left on the clock, and then we will be back to bring you all the action here on High Button Sports live stream. Please don't forget to go give us a like on our socials: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and X. Just search up High Button Sports and hit that follow or subscribe button. And we will be back for puck drop. Here we go, folks. Back on the ice once again for a home game with the Vitos against the Valley Wildcats. Vitos are coming back from a weekend away where they beat the Voyagers 4-2 with Trip Livingston bagging a hat trick that game. And tough loss to the Armada last Sunday with a 3-2 and a shootout. So these boys are looking to pull a win out today against the Wildcats as we get ready for the face-off. Here we go. Drawing back. Wildcats sends it deep as Cormier's off to the chase. We got Luca Riva in net for the Vitos tonight. As that's put deep into the Cats zone. They'll rim that one around. Send the pass up, picked off. Over, one-timer off the post. As they chase that one behind the net. Another pass back out front off the skate of the Wildcats. And that's held in at the line by Cormier. And Cameron Wilson in behind the net as Tripp makes his way out front of the net. And that'll be sent deep. And a shot, and that's going to be covered up by the Wildcats goaltender. And sometimes it's hard to see the numbers, folks. I am new with High Button Sports as the local St. John streamer commentator for the St. John Vitos. So as I transition into this role, I'll get to know the numbers and the names the more games that I do. But right now I'm doing my best and reading the numbers on the jerseys, trying to get the names down and give you guys the best play-by-play that I can. Daggle walking in. Pass. Oh, short side shot. And the goalie's going to cover that one up. And we are 18:51 left in this first period. With 0-0, Vitos have 3 shots on goal. And Bellier at the draw, pulls that one back. Shot, that's blocked by the Wildcats. And they'll look to clear the zone here. Cross-ice pass off the boards. Shanks is going to pick that one up. Battle as O'Toole comes in to help out. And they clear the Vito zone. He's looking for the man up to Bellier. Bellier walks this one in. Oh, the reverse hit taken to the ice. And O'Toole battling at the boards, and it looks like he took a stick in the face up under the cage. McQuaid shoots and he scores! Sutter McQuaid bagging the first goal of the game at 18:09. With 4 shots on net, they are 1-0. And that brings us back to center ice for a face-off. Wildcats win that draw. Into the Vito zone. He's going to take a shot. That'll be glove saved by Riva.
Vito, first goal, scorer in center. Assist number 7, Pearson.
And it looks like Pearson got the assist on that one. I didn't quite see it, so McQuaid from Pearson for the first goal of the game. As Wildcats dumps this one in. And they're looking to keep that in the zone, but that's pulled out of the Vito zone. Back to the neutral as the puck's picked off by Alex Cutler. And he gets tripped up and sent to the ice as the puck fumbles in behind the Wildcats net. They're going to chip that one off the boards and look at bringing that back down into the Vitos zone as the Wildcats get a change. The Vitos pick the puck up behind the net and chipped off the glass. Pearson couldn't get a hold of it. And that will be an icing call. Pull this puck back down beside the Wildcats goalie for a face-off. 17:20 left in the first period. Sean Ahern at the draw. Drawing back to Cormier. Cormier makes the shot, and the Wildcats block that with his knee. Cormier goes on the chase as Cohen Pearl puts the pressure on him. And back through center ice. Wildcats gain possession. Gammon's going to send that one in. As the Wildcats try to pick that puck up, Vitos there. And back in as Wildcats clear the zone. And the Vitos looking to move this one up the ice. Charlie Travis, affiliate for the Vitos. Looks like he's wearing number 12. And that's going to be an icing against the Vitos. As we pull this one back down next to Riva. And at the face-off, back, went for the shot as Ahern battles at the boards. And they get the Braco's pass, but just missed. And Stoddard's going to send that one in. Vitos looking to get this one out as they manage to clear it. And Travis is going to send that in. Pass up to Ketty. Ketty's looking. Knocked down by Cooling. And picked up by McQuaid. And number 23, I think that's Wilson. No name bar on the back, so sometimes it's hard to tell, but let's hope I got that right. McQuaid battling at the boards. And Wilson, a few moves in, picked up. Oh, pass out front, nobody there with their stick on the ice to get that one. All the way back in the Vitos zone, and they're going to send this one up to Livingston, and Shanks makes the walk in and goes for the shot, but that's deflected by Cameron. Battle in behind. Vitos are going to come away with this as it's chipped off a skate and back into possession. They're going back and forth now, back and forth. And over to Cooling. Cooling makes the shot, just goes wide. As the Wildcats are going to look to bring this one back out. McQuaid's there holding the line. And we have a penalty coming up with Riva to the bench. And I didn't see what happened, not sure what it's for. But we got 2 minutes for a slash against the Wildcats. Number 15, Jaden Etheridge, is going to be sitting for 2 with 14:33 left in this first period. 1-0 for the Vitos. And the Vitos are on the power play. Face-off drawn back all the way into the Vitos zone. As Riva going to settle that one down. Be picked up. And Cooling. He's going to walk this one around back to... Looks like he was sending that back to McKinnon, and he just wasn't ready for it. Trip Livingston. Goes around, and he's going to walk in. Shot! And a glove save. by the Wildcats goaltender. Jaron Maxwell in net tonight for the Wildcats. And 1:24 left in the Vitos power play. Shot. Pad save, swiped in behind. And pass back to Trip Livingston. Livingston walks in, shots, and that's just high of the net. And that is going to be cleared out by the Wildcats as we have another penalty coming up for roughing. And that's going to go against number 23 on the Vitos, Cameron Wilson. We will have a 4-on-4 for 57 seconds, and the Wildcats will go to the power play for 1 minute and 3. Face-off, drawn back, sent in, and that's blocked. And the Vitos tried to move into the zone, but that was brought out. Chipped off the glass, back into the Wildcats zone. And sent up to Breen. And that's taken by Godden as it makes its way to Bellier. Bellier chipped that one up to be picked up by Gambin. And Bellier makes his way in, goes for the move, and couldn't get a hold of that bouncing puck. And the battle at the boards. And Breen's going to come away with this one. Up to Gambin. Gambin over to Blandon, and the shot right into the center of Riva. He had a look there behind him to see if it went in or went to the boards. I don't think he knew he had it. And we're back at the face-off circle. And trying to read the numbers from here is posing some difficulty when they're that far away from me, so we'll try to get the names right. Shot! And that's right into Grayson Shanks as he drops the puck back down, and the Wildcats are on the power play. Pass. Cross ice, picked up. And he makes the shot, and that bounces off as Riva goes for the rebound save, and no one can get a hold of it, and the Vitos are going to come away with this one, and they're going to dump that in as Greeley's on the chase. Oh, and a massive hit into the boards. No arm up from the ref. It looked a little aggressive to me, but that's why I'm up here, not down there. Dumped in by Cormier. And then the Wildcats are going to progress forward as we come back to even strength. Wilson's out of the box, heading back on the ice. And a battle right on the net. And the puck comes loose over to the corner. And I think that was Preston Brake picking that up. And, oh, he's going in. Wilson with the 1-on-2, and he gets taken into the boards. Back to Etheridge. And almost held in by the line there. Comes out as Sam Winokur picks that one up. And over and up to Pearson. Ahern sends it in deep as he's taken down by the man. And they're battling at the boards. And bodies are getting rough and getting thrown around here as the boys are just throwing checks. And he comes in with force, just smashing Ahern against the boards. Steady Ahern keeping on his feet. Pearson behind the net. He tries to walk that one out and trips up on something. I don't know if it was off of number 11 on the Wildcats, Pearson. And a shot. And that one slowed up and goes back behind the net. And that will be sent all the way down for an icing. And we will pull this puck back down to the Wildcats zone for a face-off with 9:46 left in the first period. It's 1-0 Vitos. Shots on goal, 7 for the Vitos. And 3 for the Wildcats. Drawn back to Shanks. Shanks to McQuaid. McQuaid sends that one in as it's swiped away. And McQuaid going for the shot. That's high up over the net. Almost hit the goalie in the head, but he managed to get that duck in. Wilson back to Shanks to Cooling. Cooling takes the shot, and that is going to be a whistle as the goalie holds on to it. And Case and Cooling leading the league in points right now with 37 points, with 12 goals, 25 assists. And Trip Livingston only 3 points behind him, and that's going to be an icing. The 2 St. John Vitos hold the lead in points in the entire league. And back to the face-off as that was an icing call, and the Wildcats are going to chip that one up. And picked up by McQuaid. McQuaid over to Wilson. Wilson makes the shot, and that just goes high. As Livingston walks in. Break. And that is Wildcats 2-0. Goes in, shoots. Oh, and the save by Riva. Vitos picked that one up. And they're making their way back down in as Cooling goes on the chase. Couldn't quite get it. The Wildcats will make their way back through. And Nolan Breen sends it to someone out front. Nobody there. As that's picked up by Pearl. But it couldn't get past McKinnon. McKinnon, great defenseman. And he's top defenseman in the league for points as well on the Vitos. With 17, he's got 5 goals, 12 assists so far in the season, with 16 games played. And the Wildcats send that in as Riva comes out to settle it down, and Noah Cormier goes to pick this one up. And that goes up to Livingston as he makes the move around the man. He goes in, shot, and that's a blocker save. And they couldn't quite get the rebound off the blocker there. Dropped right in front of the goaltender, Jaron Maxwell. And Banks will pick that one up, carry that through, send it over to McRae as McRae's on the chase. And that's going to be chipped out of the Vito zone. And the pass picked up by Daggle. Oh, and the pass out front. Puck's loose, shot. And that was a save. Sounded like off the pad. And reverse back in behind the net. Pass out front, shot. Oh, and off the crossbar. And the rebound after rebound. And the Vitos bury another one. It is 2-0 Vitos with 6:48 left in the first period. And I think that was O'Toole with the goal. But I'm going to wait for the announcer because I couldn't quite tell who was there. It was either O'Toole or Bellier. And as far as assists go, the scramble in front, difficult for me to tell whose sticks it come off of. Vitos win that face-off. They're going to chip that one in deep. As they come out front, back, and a shot, and a pad save. And then tried to hold the line, but tripped up, shot, pad save by Riva. And the body to Greeley into the boards as Travis makes his way to the net, and the puck lost in the middle of the ice of the Wildcat zone, and Etheridge, he's going to throw that one in. As that's picked up, sent up to Greeley. Greeley just off his stick, into the stick of one of the Wildcats. And they're going to battle right in front of the timekeeper's box, and we have a penalty coming up. 2 minutes of cross-check going to Jacob Greeley as they will go to the power play.
Preston Brake doesn't play in this team.
No. All right, sorry about that, guys. I just got word that Preston Brake doesn't play on the Vitos. Pulled all the rosters and stats right from the Game Sheets website. So, number 18, I'll try to read his jersey to see what number he is. And once again, I apologize. But we are back for the play-by-play. Wildcats making their way through. And Nolan Breen walks that one in, has the puck stolen. As Colby Troop battles at the boards with Grayson Shanks, and they'll come away with it. Back to Breen. Over. Oh, as the Vitos are there to take that one. In behind the net, McQuaid sent that one around as it's pinched by Pearson, and battle. And Breen comes away. Shot, short side. And that is stopped by Riva. And the Vitos finally get the clear. With 4:27 left in this period. And 25 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Vitos. And that one was chipped up high, bounced back into the Wildcat zone as it's brought back to Vitos D, and he's going to send that one deep as goaltender Jared Maxwell comes out, settle it down, picked up, sent up the boards for Ketty to grab. Ketty makes his way through center, but 3 Vitos there to stop him, and the puck's taken back by the Vitos as we have another penalty coming up. And it looks like it's going to be for a trip. I wasn't sure if he was going to call a knee on that one, but Wildcats going to the box. And the two teams were back to even strength. Cameron McRae will be sitting for 2 for tripping. So power play line on Livingston, Daggle, Wilson. Cooling, Livingston, and McKinnon. And McKinnon in. Oh, goes for the far side, and that is deflected wide off one of the legs. Walks in, Cooling out front, shot off the post, rebound! Oh, and it just goes shy of the left post, and that will be out. Inside the blue zone of the Wildcats. Back down the Vitos end. Livingston's going to pick that one up. And over to, I can't see the number, but he's going to dump that in. As Livingston comes in and tries to make a play there, but he's robbed of the puck, and Wildcats will get that clear. Cooling picks it up. He's going with speed through the neutral zone. He's going to try to walk this one in and make the play, and that's picked away. But Livingston's there. He's going to walk in. Shot! And a blocker save. That one was going top corner. But Maxwell there to make that blocker save. 29 seconds left in the power play for the Vitos. As McKinnon over to Cooling. And back to Livingston. Livingston goes in, tries to make the play. Wildcats steal that one. Try to get the clear, but that's blocked. And we are coming back, excuse me, to even strength as McCray out of the box. And they chip that one back to the blue line. Shot tries to get tipped in by Bellier, and that goes up and high in the air. And gonna walk this one in. Oh, and a huge hit on the Wildcats. As Carson O'Toole is going to the box for interference. The Wildcats will go on the power play for the last minute and 18 of this period. As the puck's brought down next to Riva, we will go to the face-off. The Wildcats put the power play line out. Banks, McCray, Troop, Gambin, and it looks like Ketty, but yeah, that would be Ketty. All right, and the Vitos get a clear right off the hop. And that's in the corner. Wildcats. Oh, the stretch pass goes, but that'll be icing with 57 seconds left in the first period. 2-0 for the Vitos. 1:39 left in this penalty. And shots on goal, 13 for the Vitos, 5 for the Wildcats. And face off to the boards. And the Wildcats chip that one up as that bounces right out front for Travis. Travis with the backhand, and that right into the belly of Maxwell. Charlie Travis coming up from the U16 AAA Southern Domino Rangers as an affiliate on this U16 Vitos team. And face-off won by the Wildcats. No pressure, so they're going to sit there with the puck and let this penalty run out. Oh, sorry, the Wildcats are on the power play right now. I got it completely mixed up. So the Wildcats on the power play. The Vitos were happy with that because that killed a few minutes off the penalty kill. And we are late at night for me on a Saturday. So, and he walks in. The shot, Gambin, goes wide as the pucks clear the zone. And we have Pearson going in one-on-one. And he reverse hits the man to the ice. And that is it for period one. With 42 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Vitos to start the third. 12 minutes for intermission, and we will be right back. right, folks, we're back. And right at the puck draw, the Wildcats bring this back. They're still on the power play with 32 seconds left as they make their way forward into the zone and goes for the move. Couldn't get between the legs of Shanks. And the Vitos will get the clear as they cycle to get this play moving forward. And fast McCray through the zone. He's walking this one in and a shot 5-hole and he scores! And the game is tied at 1. 19:23 left. And a quick goal to put the Wildcats on the board and making it a 2-1 game. Back to the face-off, and McKinnon picks that one up. He's going to send that up to Cooling. Cooling over, and the shot, and that's right into the chest of Maxwell, and he's going to cover that one up. And Wildcats, they had a couple back games last week and couldn't quite pull the wins. A big 8-1 loss against the Rebels. And face-off back to Vito's defense. And that chipped into the chest, almost getting the 2-on-1 for the Wildcats. That'll be cleared the zone as it's sent all the way down for an icing, and we'll go back to the face-off in the Wildcats' end. And this is the hardest angle to see the numbers at, to give you guys names on the play-by-play. McKinnon comes in, takes the body, and that'll be cleared. And another icing call against the Wildcats.
This evening's winner will receive $150.
And we're back down into the Wildcats end right of Jaron Maxwell. Face off. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon, he tries to walk this one in. Cooling picks that up. And that's over. And in, and he shoots. And that's into the chest of Maxwell as he'll seal that up for the whistle. And both teams getting a bit of a line change there. Looks like most Wildcats are bringing some fresh legs out onto the ice. And Luke Bellier at the draw. Face off. And that was one back, and that's chipped at the line all the way back down. No ice. And McKinnon was on the chase against Samford, it looked like. And the Vitos will progress forward through the neutral zone as Max walks in. Pass, shot. That's off the stick of Maxwell. And held at the boards, Cormier. And that comes loose back into the neutral zone. And McKinnon over to Bellier. Bellier is just going to send it up as a huge hit happens. And a shot blockered high up over the net. That comes out. And we have a penalty coming up as the boys are getting feisty on the ice. And they'll be taking one from each as they send some words back and forth as they make their way to the box. We have Luke Bellier and Braden Nickerson of the Wildcats going to the box. It'll be 5-on-5. And it looks like we're taking the face off outside the Vitos blue line. 17:30 left in this first period, or second period, sorry, with some excitement happening already. 2-1 for the Vitos. And that's sent in to the Vitos zone, up the boards and around as Banks comes away with it, tries to make the move and couldn't get it through the legs of Ahern. And the battling at the boards. Kenny comes in with the hit. As Whitaker, and a shot blockered by Riva to the corner. And that's out front. And both guys taken to the box for 2 minutes for roughing. And that's going back down deep as Jake Arbeau goes for the puck. And he's putting the pressure on. That's picked up. As Gladden putting all the pressure on Ahern. Back to the D. Sent in. Luke is going to cover that up for the face-off. And we're 16-13 left in the second period. 2-1 Vitos. Shots on goal are 17 for the Vitos and 9 for the Wildcats. Face-off to the boards as both teams battle. And Cutler comes away with it as he makes sure he clears the line. Playing the puck from his knees. He tried to get the pass over as McQuaid couldn't quite get to it. And one-on-one, we had Pearl on Shanks as the puck goes into the corner. And the battle is on to gain possession. In behind the net. Shanks sends that up to Greeley off the stick to Pearl, and Pearl's going to send that deep. Vitos picked that one up, and Shanks going to chip that off the boards for Cutler. Cutler up to Greeley, and then that is sent all the way back down for an icing. Couple of point leaders from the Wildcats. We have Lyndon Coleman with 11 points leading his team in their standings with 7 goals, 4 assists, and only 9 games played. And not far behind him is Jack Terrace with 10 points, 4 goals, 6 assists in 14 games. And right now we got injury on the Wildcats team, Patrick Como. Judging by the stat sheets, Patrick Como's not playing tonight due to an injury. And the battle at the board is happening in the Vitos end as the Vitos are going to chip that one up for Livingston to pick up. Livingston and Charlie Travis going in together. That's out front. Oh, and he shoots, and he just misses wide of the net. McKinnon to Cooling. Cooling shoots. And they're battling at the boards again. Travis. Puck taken by Cameron. Whipped around, but picked up at the blue line by Cormier. Cormier's going to send that one back deep as Travis comes away with it. Back to McKinnon. McKinnon back to Cormier. Cormier shoots, and that will be covered up by Maxwell.
We're still looking for that 50-50 winner. If you have a ticket, 503336.
And we are 14-15 left in this second period.
3-3, 6-3, 6.
And the Vitos get some fresh numbers out there. Number 4, Jake Arbo. And the Wildcats try to chip that one out. Vitos can't quite hold the line there. And that'll be sent back to Godden. Godden up to Daggle. And missed Daggle's stick. And we're going to have an icing call against the Vitos. And we will go back down next to Riva for the face-off. Face-off, Wildcats shot into the belly of Riva. And he's going to hold on to that one. We'll go back to the face-off. O'Toole, Arbo for the Vitos. And that's pulled back for Arbo to pick up. Chips that one, tries to get it to O'Toole, but that's hand down by Keddy. And Keddy's going to dump that one back deep as Cameron McCrae goes on the chase, and he's taken to the ice. And and the reverse hit by Daggle. As Zachary Banks is going to send that one over, and that is going to be another icing call. A lot of icings happening here in the second. I mean, I think that's the fourth or fifth that I can remember. And I don't know if the Wildcats are just missing passes or if they're just sending pucks. Daggle at the face-off. Back to O'Toole to pick up. And that's going to be fought for neutral ice and chipped off the glass into the Vitos' deep zone. And the Vitos are going to progress forward as he icing called off. I'm not sure why, and Shank's going to come in. He's walking that puck in. Oh, and he loses control. And Daggle going to take the puck for a little skate here. Almost through everybody, but that long stick of Ringette takes it away. Never mind, not Ringette. Gosling, sorry. I thought that was a 19 on his jersey. Back to Shanks. Shanks sends that back to Pearson, and Pearson's going to dump that for O'Toole to pick up. O'Toole walked that out front to Shank. Shank reverses that to McKinnon. McKinnon sends that back in the corner for Greeley. And Greeley versus that one. And Pearson to Shanks. Shanks. And Greeley takes the hit against the boards. Goes to the ice. And Greeley. And the boys are getting quite chippy there with no calls from the ref whatsoever. As they battle at the boards to get that puck loose. Wildcats come away with that, and they're going to rim this one. As the line couldn't quite get held. And O'Toole with a fantastic back check there, preventing the Wildcats from getting that puck in the corner. Greeley. And we have an offside call as they were trying to get a change beyond the blue line, and it looks like they're actually getting it too many. O'Toole was going to change, and the pass hit right over by the bench for pickup. We have a 2-minute penalty going to the Vitos. We'll send the Wildcats to the power play for 2 with 11:14 left in the second period. 2-1 Vitos. And face-off won by the Vitos as they're going to try to get the clear, but that's held at the line by Troop.
Vitos penalty
Samford. Back to Gammon. Gammon with the shot, blockered. Back down into the stick of McKinnon. And McKinnon and Wilson are going to go. Wilson takes the hit. As Gammon gets that one and sends that one up the ice. That's chipped into the zone. And Keddy will come pick that one up. Drop pass. Back to Samford. Samford. Oh, no, that's not Samford. That's Ringette, my bad. Sometimes the jerseys are wrinkled and 18s look like 19s and so on and so forth. I'll get it though. McRae walks in through everybody, makes the move, but couldn't quite get the stick on the puck for the shot. Up close and personal with Luca Riva. And that's going to be cleared back down into the Wildcats zone as it's sent up, and Charlie Travis is there to settle the puck down. And Charlie taking the hits into the Wildcats bench. Wildcats dumping that one in as Riva comes out, play the puck, and he holds that one, and the Vitos get the clear again with 13 seconds left in the Wildcats power play. And Cutler, he's on the chase in the Wildcats zone. As that one sent up to Pearl, and Pearl just misses it. And then Arbo. And out of the box, O'Toole! Chip pass up the ice as Carson O'Toole comes out of the box. Goes for the deke, and he scores, making it a 3-1 game. O'Toole from... It looks like Cooling. O'Toole from Cooling with 9:08 left in the second period. And we are back to even strength as Shanks whips back around, looking for the open man. And that's going to be sent in deep as Wilson goes on the chase. And he'll fight at the boards, digging for the puck. Vitos holding possession. Wilson sends a pass out front off the skate. And that is a penalty coming up. And I'm not sure what the call was, but it's looking like Cameron Wilson's going to the box for two. And the Wildcats will be on the power play. And there's a lot of yelling coming from the Wildcats side. I'm not sure why, but there's some people that must be quite unhappy. Kennedy sends the puck through the neutral zone, and Bladden's on the chase as he gets smashed into the boards. And the Vitos will get the clear. Pearson and Greeley. And we have an unsportsmanlike going to Wilson. Grayson Shanks picking the puck up in front of Riva as he's pushed off the puck against the boards. And he's going to look to get... Oh, and he fires one into the Wildcats bench. So we'll go to a face-off with 7:47 left in the second period. It's 3-1 for the Vitos. And shots on goal, 20 for the Vitos, 11 for the Wildcats. 1:11 left in the Wildcats power play. Face-off, back to Gammon. Gammon over. Back to Gammon. Banks Sends that one up. Back to Banks. Banks shoots. Beautiful blocker save by Riva. And that one's chipped out by Charlie Travis, the affiliate from the Rangers. And off the wall, Wildcats. Pass. Off the post. In behind Riva. And that is sitting on top of his goaltender pad. One wrong move and that could have dropped in and bounced across the line. Incredible lucky save there for Riva. And the Vitos getting a bit of a line change here as they're back next to Luca for the face-off. The Wildcats almost come away with that, but the Vitos get the puck back down into the Cats' end. Picked up, dropped back, and the pass up the ice as he's going to carry that through. Vitos are going to take control and send that for an offside call. So far, fairly successful penalty kill for the Vitos. A couple shots on net for the Wildcats. Cutler at the draw as it's picked out of the feet by one of the Wildcats. If that's Samford, there's no name on the back of his jersey, but my list has Samford as number 18. So number 9, Nickerson out front, and nobody's there to get that shot out front. Wilson out of the box, back into the play as they almost get the 3-on-1, but an offside call. And we'll bring this outside the Wildcat zone. Daggle at the face-off with O'Toole and Bellier as his wingers. We have Arbeau and Godin on the D. O'Toole up to Bellier. Bellier brings that one in. And reverse back around. And the shot! And that goes wide. I don't know if that was off the blocker of Maxwell or not. And the Wildcats will gain control and bring this one forward. Drop pass back. Shot right into the shins of Arbeau. As that one's sent in behind the net. And the Vitos gain control. Arbeau around to Bellier. Bellier goes to whip that one down the ice for what I'm guessing is an icing and a shot on net with a shoulder save by Riva. 5:20 left in the second. O'Toole. And Daggle will send that one up to the Wildcat stick, who will put that one in deep as they get a few fresh legs on the ice. Jake Arbeau couldn't get the pass quite to his man. Oh, and the puck got batted down and looked like he nipped the wrist there of Stoddard. And that puck is chipped up and out of the Vito zone and into the penalty box. The puck goes. We are 4:46 left in the second period. With a 3-1 lead for the Vitos. Face off in behind the net, and Arbeau. Wait, I can't read the number. I think they might have got a change, but 2-on-1. Here we go, shot, and a nice save by Maxwell. And I just got word that 18 is not Samford, so my apologies for that. No name on the shirt. The rosters are pulled straight from the website, so there must have been a bit of a change there, but we will go with number 18 from now on. Face off. 1, and Wilson battling for it. He's looking out front right into the shins of the Wildcats defenseman. And the Wildcats almost come away with it as Cooling makes the moves around, sends the puck out front, couldn't get the shot off. And Shanks at the line as they battle for it. And the Wildcats will get that clear of their own zone for Livingston to pick up as the bouncing puck gets chipped through back to the Wildcats zone. And Wilson loses the puck at the blue line, but Cooling's there. And a shot short side, that bounces off the chest of Maxwell and back into the possession of the Vitos. As a huge hit into the boards, taking them right out. And the dive by Shanks to save that shot. He scores! And the pass out front as the Wildcats tighten the score. It's 3-2 for the Vitos. And a Wildcats goal going to number 5 from 8. Ketty from Banks. 5 from 6, sorry. And back to center. Face off, drawn back into the Wildcat zone. There's Travis right out front. And the shot in behind the net. Goes for the wraparound. Maxwell's too quick with the seal. Back to Max. Max went for the shot. Faked. Walks in. Pass. Bouncing puck. Couldn't get a hold of it. Puck's lost at the line. But Travis with the back check. And that speed. The Wildcats had no chance. Riva out to play the puck and settle it down. Pass, picked off by Troop. Troop, picked off by Greeley. As Pearson, he's going to walk this one in and shoots. And that is a save by Jaron Maxwell. We are 2:09 left in the second period. It's 3-2 Vitos. And the Wildcats are slowly getting couple bench changes there. Shot! And that is going to be covered up again. By the Wildcats netminder, Jared Maxwell. Shots on goal, 25 for the Vitos, 14 for the Wildcats. Wildcats, Ringette, he's going to send that one around. As that's clear of the zone. And the Vitos dump that one back in. Up to Pearl, and that's stolen by... Oh, and a shot, he scores! 4-2 Vitos. And that is Sam Whitaker sinking one. And I'm not sure who from. I think Arbo is going to get that assist, but I'm not 100% sure. We're going to wait for the announcer to say what the official said. And back to Gosling. Gosling sends it, and that's picked off. McRae in as we have a delayed offside, but O'Toole's there to take the puck. And Shanks over to pass, tried to get out front, but that was blocked. And that was McQuaid. And that pass got chipped up into the Vitos bench. And off the stick of, it must have been off the stick of one of the Wildcats, because it looks like we're going to have a face-off. Or off the stick of one of the Vitos, because we're going to have the face-off right there. Shot. Oh! And the Wildcats went to rim it and off the net. As Daigle, he's going to pick that up in the corner. He sends a pass out front. But Gosling's there to send it right back to the boards. And we're in the last minute of play. As the Vitos make their way back down into the Wildcats' end. And there is a penalty coming up for slashing going to the Wildcats, number 17. And it will send the Vitos to the power play to end this period. With 30 seconds left, 2 minutes on the board, number 17, Cameron McRae is going to be sitting. Face off, back, Vitos, in, shot, pass, and a shot and a goal. 5-2 Vitos. Cooling, putting another point up on the board. And we are back to even strength. And I didn't see who passed that one. It happened so quick. That pass, I thought it was a shot. But straight to Cooling's stick as he snapped one into a wide open net. Maxwell couldn't quite read that puck and get over fast enough for that one. Wildcats try to get the clear, but the Vitos have possession and they walk that one back into the neutral zone to end this period. As Wilson is getting held back by the linesman. Case and Cooling with the goal. And assist by Trip Livingston. And Cameron Wilson. Livingston and Cooling putting more points up on the board just to secure their lead in the standings. All right, folks, we are going to go to intermission, and we will be back for the third period. All right, folks, welcome back to the High Button Sports live stream. Vitos versus the Wildcats. And the Vitos are up 5-2, 20 minutes on the clock, and the Vitos will win that face-off. Back to Godden. Godden over to Arbo. Arbo sends the puck up, and that is blocked. As Vitos start trying to make their way, Cutler is going after it. Couldn't quite grab a hold of it. And the Valley coming through, though both of them hit the ice, losing their balance on those skates. And we have an icing call. No, yep, icing call coming up. We'll pull the puck back down into the Vito zone. And getting some roster information here, guys. Number 18 for the Wildcats is actually an affiliate, Finn Breen, Nolan Breen's younger brother. And I've updated my own roster sheet to reflect that, so now we can call the game properly when I see it. And the Wildcats will send that one in and have to clear the blue line as it's offside. And give the Vitos time to settle the puck down and get a play going. And chipped up the board. Stoddard held the line. But the puck moved back into the slot for Arbo to pick up, and we have an offside call. We'll pull this puck back outside the blue line for the face-off. 5-2 Vitos, with them having 27 shots on goal. Wildcats 14 shots. And we got Jacob Greeley at the face-off against Nolan Breen. And Jacob wins that one for his team. As Pearson went on the chase, and he's going to pick that one up, put it into the skates of the official. And Greeley's going to hold the puck there while Travis comes in to take it, and Travis gets bodied by a big number 13, Patrick Goslin. And that size difference there, I don't think Travis had a chance. And Pearl tried to walk that one in. Terrace was there to pick it up and send it deep. And the Wildcats will gain control back. And that was McKinnon to Pearson. McKinnon holds the line, and Travis is in there to dangle through them. Pass. I don't know if that was a shot or if he was trying to send a pass, but either way, it hit the goaltender. And another shot on net in to Jackson Burnett. Charlie Travis again walks out front, shot short side into the chest of Maxwell, and Maxwell dives for the puck to cover that one up. And getting used to some of these names, folks, I might pronounce some incorrect. For that, I do apologize. But making the effort, putting in the work, and we can only get better from here, right? Face off next to Maxwell. And the Wildcats come away with that one. The pass just missed, as that's going to be an icing call. And we'll bring this one back down to the Wildcats end with 17:33 left in regulation time here at the Q-Plex. Home ice of the St. John Vitos, cooling at the draw. One back. Wildcats chip it up the boards. As Banks tried to get a pass going, and that was sent right into Vito's possession. Cooling's going to pick that one off the wall, and he's around one, tries to shoot through the legs. But Gambin stopped that puck with his shins. Bouncing puck in front of the net. Troop missed the swipe on that one. Wilson back to Shanks. Back to Wilson, and then into 2. Is that cooling again? Yep, that was cooling. Shanks with the shot, and that was right into the shins of McRae, but Grayson with the back check. McRae couldn't make it too far for the breakaway. And McQuaid, he's going to put that one up for Livingston, and Livingston loses his stick between the boards and the Wildcats player. Drop pass to Godden. Godden, he's going to make the rush forward and walk in. Couple of moves there, and he loses the edge. As the Wildcats gain possession, and Etheridge didn't quite get that pass. Troop's going to send that one deep. As Vitos back in possession. Chipped up, Bellier with the hand down into his stick. He tried to get in all alone, but he was angled to the boards. Shot! And that goes high of the net. Arbo with the one-timer, and Maxwell out of the net as the Wildcats shoved one of the Vitos, I didn't quite see who it was, over top of him. And the puck goes up and out of play. And I think that was O'Toole. That Wildcats bodies O'Toole over Maxwell. And luckily, the Wildcats had possession of the puck because that net was wide open. The official didn't like what he saw there from... Is that 11, Daggle? And icing's waved off. As the pass and a shot and a blocker save. Rebound, blocker save. Great job by Maxwell there. A bit of a misplay by the Wildcats. Goes for the pass off the back of the net and trickles around in front of Maxwell. Vitos were there to pick that up, but just could not put it past them. Couple of great blocker saves there. Daggle, he walks in, goes short side. But Goslin's there to block that one with his legs. And O'Toole off the boards. He gets pinched. Keeps control. Tries to go for the chip pass. And the shot, and that goes wide. As McKinnon walks around. And shot, blocker save. Back to the corner. Daggle, he's there as he gets taken down. And Nolan Breen sends that one around. And we have a penalty coming up for cross-checking going to the Vitos. And I believe that was a retaliation play because of Daggle getting taken down by the Wildcats. And he gave him a little hit. With 13:54 left in this game, the Wildcats going on the power play. Vitos are up by 3 with a score of 5-2. And looks like the Vitos coach is having a couple words with the official, wondering what the calls were about, but the Vitos are definitely not shy of the penalty box. With last weekend's game against Armada, they bagged 34 penalty minutes throughout the game and ended up going to a shootout with a 3-2 loss. And Wildcats coach, or the officials are now having a chat with the Wildcats coach. Don't know what's happening or what's going on. But while we wait for this to go, reminding you all to go like, follow, subscribe on the High Buttons socials. And follow along on all your U16 and U18 AAA hockey. U18 major female hockey, U16 AAA boys hockey, and face-off. And McRae, he tries to send the pass over to Pearl, and that is deflected all right into the pads of Maxwell. And picked up. Zachary Banks going with speed. He's going to send that one in deep as McQuaid slows him up a little bit. Grayson Shanks, he's aggravating him. Can't do anything. And the pass tries to go out front, and Grayson intercepts that one, and he's going to walk this one into the zone with a stop play and a reverse. The puck back down into the Wildcats' end. As the Wildcats try to make the stretch pass up to Banks, posted up at the blue line, and that's deflected. But they managed to still somehow get the puck deep into the Vitos zone. They haven't been able to quite set up yet to get this power play actually rolling with only 43 seconds left. It's been a good penalty kill by the Vitos. And Gambin, he goes for the pass over to looking like Pearl. Cohen Pearl behind the net with the puck, waiting for the pickup. Drop pass back. And that'll be sent up for Pearson to deflect it back into the stick, and the shot that goes high and wide of Riva. And we have almost have a 2-on-1. And that was going to do it for this. Oh, what a massive hit into the half wall right in front of the Vitos bench. And that was Gambin of the Wildcats taking that huge hit. And I didn't see who that was on the Vitos. But back to even strength, 5-on-5. Up to Estridge, over to Blandon. And that's going to be an offside call. And we'll pull this puck outside the Vitos zone for the face-off as the Wildcats get a few new legs on the ice here. They're waiting for their centerman, looks like. Oh no, they're waiting for their other defense, Stoddard. And that's one back to Ringette. Back into the Wildcats zone. And Keddy chips it up to center ice, as he's getting aggravated by Wilson. And sent in deep by Ringette to be picked up by Riva. Vitos back in control. McKinnon. He'll send that one around. And Cormier puts that back to the half wall as McKinnon comes in. Try and get that puck moving out of the feet. And Cooling, he comes away with it back to Cormier. Cormier with the shot and the glove saved by Maxwell. And that will take us to another face-off. With 10:24 left in the third period, Vitos up by 3. Having 35 shots on net. Cooling at the draw, wins that back to McQuaid. As Livingston gains control, tries to behind the back pass as Number 8, Breen picks it up. And Shanks, he's going to glove that one down into his stick. Drop back to Cooling. Cooling. And a shot. Oh, and just wide. Livingston going blocker side. In behind the net. Sent back as Livingston goes putting the pressure on. Breen's going to take that puck, try to walk it through the zone as he sends it over to Etheridge. That puck's stolen. Back up. Livingston over to Cooling. Cooling tries to bat it out of the air and missed. Just a little too high off the ice. Chipped in by Livingston. Cooling to Livingston. Livingston walks in. He goes around. Blocker save. Wonderful job done by Maxwell cutting those angles off. And we have a penalty coming up to number 15, Carson O'Toole. And watching the play, I didn't quite see what happened there. But that'll send the Wildcats to yet another power play. Never mind, they've taken both of them. Looks like we'll continue the 5-on-5 as O'Toole and Joshua Cameron are going to be sitting for 2 each. And we're back at the face-off circle. Drawing back, Wildcats in behind the net. Sent up to Pearl. Pearl over to the wall. Blandon, he's going to try to make a move in. And he tries to toe drag, but they're there to block it. Godden with the hit. And a lot of angry people yelling about something. I'm not sure. Not sure if that would have constitute a penalty or not. It looked pretty good to me. And chipped up into the neutral zone by Godden. And the fumble, and Travis tried to make the move, loses the puck to the corner. His troops there to pick it up. Held at the line, shot in, stopped down, and a shot on the goaltender out front, in, tries to go out, pass out front to Daggle, and Daggle wasn't ready for it. And can't. All right, O'Toole with the cross-check penalty and Cameron with the slashing penalty. Charlie Travis, he makes his way in. Spins around, looks to get the pass off. But the Wildcats were there to take the puck as Breen walks one in. Stop, back to the point, and a shot blocked. As the Vitos come away with this one, and McKinnon is going to walk this in behind, and he gets taken down as he falls to the ice, which I'm not sure, and a shot. Not sure what happened there with McKinnon, but he's back on his feet now. Seems to be all right. Little slow going. Oh, the ref's arm is up, and Riva is to the bench. As we have a 6-on-5 right now, and Cooling going for the skate through everyone, gets the shot on net right into the belly of Maxwell. And we have a 4-minute going to number 7, Taylor Stoddard. And I think it might have been for spearing. It will send the Vitos to the power play for 4. Wildcats down by 3. Back to Livingston. Shot! And looks like that was just tipped off. A rebound and a good save there by Maxwell. As the Vitos cycle and get the puck moving, Livingston loses an edge. And back onto Daggle's stick. And passed out front to Wilson. Wilson's going to reverse that back behind the net. Daggle back to the defense to McKinnon. McKinnon walks out front, shot, and that just goes high of the net and up and out of play. And the Vitos will get a line change. And so will the Wildcats with 6:08 left in the third period. It's 5-2 for the Vitos. And face-off over to O'Toole. O'Toole. Whitaker picks that one up. And that's back to Cormier. Cormier, he's having a look. McQuaid takes the shot, and that is off the boards onto the top of the net. As that'll be flicked off by O'Toole. And he catches that and puts it back to the ice. And a shot into the shins by Sam. Sam Whitaker behind the net to, can't read the number right now. That's O'Toole. Cormier comes away with it. Back to O'Toole. O'Toole to Cormier. Back to O'Toole off his skate. He takes the shot off the skate of Gambin. And the Wildcats still can't get the clear on this penalty kill. Vitos shot right into the belly of Jaron Maxwell. 5:04 left in the third, and the Wildcats still have 2:16 to kill on this penalty, as Stoddard had gone to the box for 4. And new line out. We have Cooling, Daggle. And right back to Cooling with a few moves there. No open lanes to get that shot. A shot that's tipped up wide. Oh, and a wide open net. The bouncing puck, and Wilson just could not get a hold of it. It was a fantastic scoring chance, and the Wildcats finally get their first full clear since this penalty began. Cooling, walking through, he sends that over to Wilson. Back to Cooling, back to McKinnon. McKinnon goes for the shot, and that's blocked by Banks. And walking the line, that goes to McKinnon. McKinnon drop pass back to Cooling. Cooling sends it down low to Livingston. Livingston back to McKinnon. And McKinnon's going to circle that one back around. Drop it off for Livingston. And Livingston over to Cooling. Cooling back, sends it wide, way over to the other side of the ice. Livingston. Little misplay there on the puck. And it looks like the puck got caught up at the boards for the Wildcats to get that clear with 53 seconds left in this power play for the Vitos. McKinnon, he's walking this one in. Pearsons will pick that, or Whitaker will pick that one up. As that's sent over to Cormier. Cormier sends it low to O'Toole. O'Toole back to Cormier. As they continue cycle, and a shot going short side, and that looks like it completely went high of the net. Not sure if it got tipped or not. And Vitos trying to make moves here, as can't seem to get away with the puck, and Bellier picked that one up at center ice, and he'll make his way in, as we're going to come back to even strength here in 4 seconds. We're back to 5-on-5. And a good penalty kill there done by the Wildcats with only 2 clears for the entire 4 minutes. They just played a good, hard defense. Couple shots on net where Maxwell just put himself in the right spots to stop those pucks. And back into the zone. Whitaker drops it off for Bellier to take a shot into the shins of Gambin. Gambin was going to walk this one in. Breen's with him, but he couldn't get the pass off to him. And Whitaker lose the puck, and that'll be sent deep by Shanks. Cameron McRae is going to send that one over. As Colby Troop tries to get the chip off the glass to get that one out. And McQuaid walks one in. He pass over to Pearson, but Pearson's tied up. As that one's rimmed back around and out of the Wildcat zone. Minute 35 left. The Vitos trying to progress forward as Shanks sends it deep. Yeah, for Pearson to go and try and pick up. And Sean Ahern tries to go for the backhand, short side. They couldn't put through Maxwell. He had that post sealed up. Little rebound attempt there as well by number 18 there. Can't see the back of his jerseys. You know, those Vitos jerseys are hard to read from afar with that yellow, that gold around the red. It's so blurred. But out front, and Cameron's there to avoid the shot. We're going into the last minute of play of the game with the Vitos winning 5-2. And a pretty uneven match here as far as shots on goal. And a stretch pass up to Whitaker as he's in all alone. Shot right into the chest of Jaron Maxwell. Really good opportunity there for Whitaker, but the puck went all the way over to the boards and he had pressure from two Wildcats. Couldn't get the angle on the goalie that he needed to have his stick see open net. 44 seconds left in this game. And we have a face-off. Won by the Vitos, went for the shot, but that's poked away. And Godden, he'll send that one off the skate of the Wildcats for no icing. As the Wildcats trying to get clear of the zone, and the Vitos still putting the pressure on them. And the 3-on-2 at the boards as the boys go to the ice. And the Vitos are going to haul this one back. And no penalty coming up for those two. They were pretty easy. And that is it for this game. Vitos take the win 5-2 against the Valley Wildcats with a total of 44 shots on net for the Vitos, 15 for the Wildcats, and 5-43 for Jaron Maxwell is not too bad at all. And a well done game by all. All right, folks. Once again, thank you for tuning in to High Button Sports. Make sure you check out our socials. Just search up High Button Sports. Give us those likes, those follows, and subscribe to us on YouTube. You can also catch all of the action from all games on highbuttonsports.ca. I am your host tonight, Jake Guptill, and we will see you next time